Senator Booker.
Thanks so much. I want to pick up on some of the themes that my friend Tim Kaine brought up, but Mr. Secretary, I'm so grateful that you're here. But I just want to pick up on something because this concern about China and its dealings with Saudi Arabia. Can we just be specific for a second? We are in negotiations with Saudi Arabia on a treaty right now, correct?
So I think it'd be fair to say that we're in deep negotiations
Right, I just wanted to
with
yes or no.
the Saudis. The ultimate manifestation, there are many features
permutations.
of this.
I understand. I don't want to take all my time doing that. I guess what I'm trying to say is, when I'm in the region, when I'm sitting with leaders there, they want to deal with the United States of America. They want deeper ties, deeper relationships. They know that from technology to economy to military, we're their preferred dance partner. But when we don't engage with them, they're looking for other dance partners to hedge their bets. That's a fair statement, correct?
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to our competition with China, if we find a way to move forward with Saudi Arabia, we get a lot of advantages by locking them in to things that benefit us. Whether it's while China and Russia are trying to undermine our currency, we secure the dollar being used for oil trade. While we have a fierce competition going on militarily, we have shown that when we lean into partnerships, not only with our competitors in Russia or China, but even with our competition for military sales with European countries, we lock Saudi Arabia in. And then when it comes to the economy or technology transfers, we've been able to use our partnerships with other countries to box out the Chinese. And so this is a time that I see, if we're really talking about a global competition, to pick our partners and further lock in American advantages. Wouldn't you say that that's the opportunity that we're at least seeking in these negotiations?
Senator, that's exactly the strategy that we've attempted. I think it has borne the most fruit in the Indo-Pacific, and we talked about this earlier. That's the Quad, that's AUKUS, that's the trilateral with Japan and South Korea, mending fences. It's bringing the Philippines in. It's working with Southeast Asia, with Thailand, with Vietnam, with India.
Yeah, so whether you're talking about India, whether you're talking about Japan, whether you're talking about Australia, whether you're talking about European allies, whether you're talking about Africa or South America, people are looking for strong partnerships. And when we step up, people prefer to deal with us because China has a really bad reputation in these countries. Is it correct?
So look, I would say that, a job like mine, probably a job like yours, there's lots of stuff that could get you down. But I will tell you that the thing that has encouraged me everywhere I've gone is that the demand signal for American engagement is high. And even though they have doubts, sometimes I sometimes sense you walk into a meeting with a leader, he's trying to size up, like, are these guys committed and are they going to be there? If you're able to show them that you're going to engage with sincerity and that you're not coming alone, you're working with other agencies in the U.S. government and with other partners globally that believe in the things that you are advancing, you can have a real impact on the ground. And I've seen that throughout one of the things that when in my confirmation here, you asked me, he said, Kurt, don't just do the Indo-Pacific, go to Africa. So I've been twice. I have found those countries are thirsty for a deeper American engagement. I intend to do everything I can to support that. So I do think we tend to underestimate ourselves. Our value proposition is strong. Military, technologically, education, everything. And I just think our most important thing is to have confidence.
And my time's running out. And
okay.
It's music to my ears to hear you say all that. I guess two frustrations. One, not on you, on us. I have seen the power of great ambassadors in the global South to extend the American influence, connection, opportunity. I mean, if you look at Kenya is a great example of what an ambassador can. So the fact that we have so many vacancies is, to me, stunning. It is shooting ourselves in the foot in many ways, undermining our ability to compete. It's like Stanford trying to play Notre Dame and benching 3 or 4 of its players and playing with a shorthand. I just want to add to that because I know other people have said it. But for the final point I want to bring up here is what is frustrating me when I do travel to Africa is to see how obviously important we see our military strength in trying to counter what we're seeing in the Sahel with terrorism. Nobody can argue with that. But the thing that inspires me the most is when I visit and see the power of U.S. investments, not just in Feed the Future or PEPFAR, but business investments and infrastructure investments. The unbelievable, just the libido corridor investment is, to me, how you really do counter what China is trying to do and the urgencies for that. And so I guess what I want to just have you finish on is something as simple as the Development Finance Corporation, which is an incredible tool to compete with. And Congress is going to be considering reauthorizing the BUILD Act, which created the DFC. Just for the record, can you express the urgency for something like this, as well as improvements that we could be making in the program as it stands right now?
Thank you, and great questions. Can I just build on a point that you made? So, when you're in a job like mine, you go to these embassies and you're constantly evaluating leadership there. I was just in Gabon. Not a lot of Americans go to visit. First-time ambassador, probably one of the most effective young women. And I watched her engage her team. The State Department occasionally can have highly hierarchical, these guys, young people, first tour, pitching in, feeling they could talk in meetings, hugely impressed. And small amount of assistance, but taking it to the maximum, right? So I left there just like when you went to Kenya, incredibly, unbelievably motivated, wanting to do more and realizing that we can get that done. The DFC is an unusually effective tool. It is incredibly effective. Senator, before you came, I got to be the person to do the groundbreaking of a major DFC initiative in Senegal. It was sensational because unlike Chinese projects that they bring their own people and their own equipment.
I think we're going to have to leave it at that. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I give 2 extra minutes, but
okay. So I would completely support this. This is incredibly important. DFC, what you need to do is leverage financing. They need more leverage, like all finance institutions, 5 to 1, 6 to 1, 7 to 1. That would help. Thanks.